Hello, hello. Welcome to tonight's yoga class. I'm going to give it just a little bit of time for anyone else who wants to jump on before we get started. If you are here, you can feel free to jump into the comments. Let me know that you're here. Say hello. Let me know how you're doing. Welcome back. I'm going to be working on some upper body today, some neck, some shoulders, some chest, stretching it out nice and gentle, nothing crazy. And we will be doing some breath work as well. So just some gentle opening. And if you are just joining in, you can feel free to get yourself situated on the mat. We'll do a nice elongated spine, palms gently resting on your knees, and we'll start our breath work. So you can simply just allow your eyes to fall to a close and notice your breath. Hey, Jody. Were you able to walk from the class the other day, all that hip opening we did? I do hope so. All right, so let's get started. I'll meet you back on the mat. So inhale to exhale, root down into the mat. Let your spine grow nice and long, letting your shoulders melt away from your ears. Begin to slow your breath down. Hands gently resting on your knees, eyes gently closed. Taking some time to turn inside. As you watch your breath go in and out of your body, notice what you feel and where you feel and how you feel. Paying attention to the sounds around you, the sensations in and outside of your body. Simply bringing awareness to our space this evening. Start to elongate your breath just slightly on both ends of the inhale and the exhale. Slowing yourself down from the day, letting all of the cares and the worries fall away. Maybe finding some enjoyment in what we're going to be doing this evening, where you're going to be able to open, and how you can explore within your body. Moving into our belly breathing, if you would like, you can place one hand on your belly as a guide. If this is a familiar breath to you, you can go ahead and keep your hands on your knees. On your inhale, your belly is going to rise and inflate like a balloon. So push your bottom hand out. And as you exhale, your hand is going to fall back towards your spine as your belly button draws in and up, letting out a sigh or an HA sound. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall. Inhale, inflate. Exhale, deflate. Continue taking these rounds of breath. Inhaling, filling all the way up with as much air as you can, all the way to your belly. Push your air down into your belly, and as you exhale, surrender, empty all of that air back out. On your inhales and your exhales, continue to draw your awareness to what's happening inside and outside of you. Can you hear your heartbeat? What kinds of sensations does your body cue you of when you inhale? Does your breath get stuck or stop anywhere? What is it like to exhale and how does that feel? Is it heavier? Is it light? You can continue with these elongated inhales and exhales, or if you'd like, you can also add a pause into the top and the bottom of your breath. Noticing the silence and the stillness that happens in the surrender right before one breath starts and the next one ends. And if you're adding the pause, go ahead, inhale, let your belly inflate. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Continue taking these breaths with pauses if you are enjoying that. If you're still with your belly breathing, keep working towards elongating your breath on the in and the out. Our inhales are going to allow us to create more space, to lengthen, to expand, explore. Our exhales, we're going to be able to surrender, to release, and to let go, giving us the ability to move a little bit closer to a particular edge we might be guarded against. Let's take 2 more inhales and 2 more exhales before we begin our seated warm-up. Exhale. Inhale. And let it all out. Allow yourself to return back to your normal breathing, taking these next couple of moments to reflect on how you feel from the beginning of your practice until right now. What has opened, shifted, changed within you, within your space, if anything at all. And before we begin our practice, we'll take some time also to set our intention for what brings us to the mat this evening. Our intention will be our anchor point. So anytime you feel like you want to reconnect back to this thing that you're working on in either your mind, your body, or your spirit, you can come back to this with your breath to dive deeper into your practice. And my favorite question is, what is one or more thing that you are grateful for today? All right, let's go ahead and begin. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up, reaching tall. Exhale, right hand comes down to your right side. Left arm reaches up and over, taking our side body stretch. Gaze can be down at your hand or up towards the ceiling, whatever is comfortable for your neck. can put a deeper bend in your elbow. Maybe your elbow comes all the way down to the floor. Important to keep both sits bones rooted on the mat. So if you start tipping over, allow yourself to come back out a little ways. Find your belly, breathing, inhaling and exhaling. On your next inhale, bring both arms all the way up, reach tall. Exhale, opposite side. Left hand comes down to the left hip. Right arm reaches up and over into our side body stretch. Work on pushing your right rib cage out and away from your left hand. Opening up your chest. If your right shoulder is rolling down towards the floor, just shine it open, reaching up. On your inhale, belly inflates. Exhale, belly deflates. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise to center, both arms reaching tall. Exhale, twisting over to the right. Your left hand will come to your right knee. Right hand is behind your hip. Inhale, elongate and lengthen through your spine. As you exhale, twist your belly button over your right knee, taking your gaze out behind your right shoulder. Find your belly breath. Inhale, belly inflates. Exhale, maybe you twist a little deeper. Inhale. One more inhale, one more exhale. Center, reach. Exhale, right hand to the left knee. Left. Find your length in your spine, rise up. Exhale, twist your belly button out over your left knee, letting your gaze come behind your left shoulder. Inhale, belly inflates. Exhale, deflate. Inhale, rise. Exhale. One more in, one more out. Arms reaching tall, center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, let your hands float down to the floor, reaching forward. Letting your hips and the back of your body and your spine gently open here. As you inhale, breathe into each and every single one of your vertebrae, creating a little bit of extra space, sending air all the way down into your hips. As you exhale, maybe you surrender your chest a little closer to the floor, knowing that the flexibility in your body is exactly where you need to be today. So go as far as you can and then hang out there for a little bit. Inhale, belly rises. On your inhale, hands come back towards center. Go ahead and uncross your legs, taking the opposite cross. Whatever foot was behind now comes in the front. Reaching up, arms tall once again. Exhale, flip your hands right down to the floor, surrendering forward fold. Find your belly breath and connect to your intention. One more in, one more out. On your inhale, your hands come back to center, placing your hands right behind your hips, fingertips pointing towards the top of the mat. Draw your shoulders down and back, reach your chest up and lift. Pushing the floor away with your hands. Gaze can come up towards the ceiling, or maybe you keep your chin neutral. If you've lost your belly breath, find it once again. Inhaling, let your belly rise. Keeping your chest lifted, open here. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale. On your inhale, chin comes back to your chest. Walk your hands in front of your knees. Roll forward into all fours. Coming into a tabletop. Taking a few rounds of cat and cow here, go ahead and place your hands underneath your shoulders. Your knees underneath your hips, hip distance apart. Tops of your feet are on the mat. On your inhale, your belly button is going to draw down towards the floor, and your tailbone and the crown of your head are going to go up towards the ceiling, creating a U shape in your back. Draw your shoulders back and away from your ears, and then as you exhale, push the floor away, arching your back, letting your gaze drop towards your belly button. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale. And exhale. Take a few rounds of breath here on your own, going at your pace, maybe taking any additional organic movements that your body is calling for. Maybe you go side to side, front to back, maybe circles with the hips. Let your breath guide you into your body as you create some fluidity in your spine here. Taking 2 more rounds of breath wherever you're at. After your second exhale, go ahead and meet in a neutral spine, back in your tabletop. Moving into a little bit of balance here. If you are newer to your practice, you can just do a one point balance here. And if you'd like to go ahead and continue, you can lift 2 extremities. From here, reach your right heel back behind you. Nice and long leg. And you can stay right here if this is where you want to work today. Toes pointing down towards the floor. Hips level with the floor. So if you're noticing that you're tipping from side to side or a little out of alignment, go ahead and make your hips nice and level to the floor. If you'd like to move on, go ahead and reach your left arm out nice and long. Bicep comes out over the ear, fingertips reaching out, extending. Find your belly breath. Remember to lift your right heel up a little higher. Drawing your belly button in towards your spine, keeping your back nice and flat here. Just a little bit of core work. Inhale, reach longer. Exhale. Let's take 3 more breaths. One more in, one more out. Reach. Hand and knee come back to the floor. Give yourself a moment to reset. Moving into the opposite side. Again, you can just lift one leg or you can do arm and leg here. On your inhale, left leg is going to come out long, toes pointing down towards the floor. Check in with your hips, making sure they're level to the floor. Option to stay right here, or you can reach your right arm out along your ear, fingertips reaching long, extending as far as you can go in both directions. Draw your belly button in towards your spine and lift your left heel up a little higher. Activate your glute here. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Inhale. Exhale, reach. 3 more breaths. One more in, one more out. As you exhale, reach a little bit longer. Lift your left heel. Exhale, both hand and knee come back to the floor. Allow your tailbone to sink back towards your feet, bringing your toes to touch. Let's take a little child's pose here. Reach your arms out long in front. Let your forehead come to the mat and find just a little bit of rest here. Knees can be together if you want to open up your lower back a little bit more. If you want to work more into your hips, you can bring your knees out to the edges of the mat, sinking your tailbone down towards your heels. You pick. On your inhale, your belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Let your body find a little bit of surrender and rest. So if you're holding yourself up, see if you can soften, loosen, melt into the mat a little bit more. Where can you let go? Child's pose is one of our restorative poses. You can use this one at any point in your practice. If you want to break, if you are just done with the practice, this is a great place to go. If your body isn't wanting to do or isn't able to do any of these movements, you can always come into child's pose. On your inhale, come back up into your tabletop. And we'll move into our needle. Left arm down in front of your face. Right arm is going to reach out to the side. Open all the way up, fingertips stretching towards the ceiling as far as you can go. As you exhale, your right hand is going to sweep underneath your left arm. Right shoulder comes to the mat. Forehead or cheek can come to the mat. Left hand can stay under the shoulder. Or you can walk it all the way out in front of you, turning your left shoulder down to the ground. Changes the stretch in your shoulder. So kind of see how you want to do this, what feels good in your body, where you want to open and how you want to play tonight. And wherever you decide you want to land, find your belly breath and connect back to your intention. On your inhale, see if you can reach your hand out, your right hand out a little further away from your body, activating your stretch a little more. You exhale, maybe your opposite hand reaches out farther in front of you. Notice where your muscles are gripping or your body is really holding on. With your inhale, send your breath there to create some space. Fill all the way up. And then as you exhale with your HA breath, see if you can surrender and melt a little bit in that area. Maybe allowing you to do a micro adjustment in your posture. And maybe you're already at your edge, so you just hang out here and breathe. Let's do one more breath in, one more breath out. Left hand comes back underneath the left shoulder if it's not already there. Inhale, push yourself back up and allow your right hand to come back to the floor. Taking any movements you need. And setting up for our opposite side, our right hand comes down in front of our face. Left arm reaches out. And then as we inhale, look up towards the ceiling, opening up our chest. Exhale, left hand comes down and underneath the right hand, reaching long. Forehead or cheek can come to the mat. Right hand can stay underneath your shoulder for support, or you can walk your right hand out in front of you, figuring out which kind of stretch you want in your shoulder. You'll also get a stretch in your right lat if you walk your hand out in front of you, and you're going to be turning your right shoulder down towards the mat. Reaching both hands in opposite directions on your inhale. As you exhale, find your surrender. Inhale, create space. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Stay with your belly breath and connect back to your intention for your practice this evening. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, surrender. One more in, one more out. On your inhale, your right hand comes back underneath your shoulder if it's not already there, pushing yourself back up into all fours. Go ahead and take any movements that you need to in your body right now. Maybe child's pose. Or just a couple of breaths. Back in all fours. We're going to walk our hands out in front of us into our puppy pose. Fingers stretched out on the mat. Allow yourself to stay in, keep your hips elevated above your knees. Let your chest melt towards the floor. Putting an arch in your lower back. Letting your forehead rest on the mat. And if you're wanting to go any deeper, you can also rest your chin on the mat and look out towards your hands. This takes it a little bit deeper. If you're not wanting to go quite that deep, you can also grab a block or a prop and place it underneath your chest, a pillow, a blanket. And this will support you right here. And you can go into this shoulder and heart opener a little bit slower. Let your tailbone keep rising towards the ceiling and your belly button drawing towards your thighs. As your arms reach out long in front, keep opening your shoulders and your lats. Let your chest melt and your heart open here. And find your belly breath. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, fall. Inhale, create space. Exhale, release. Where can you soften in your body? Allow yourself to start melting deeper into your mat with every breath. Opening nice and slow. Option to come into child pose at any point in time if this begins to be too much for you in your practice at this early on. We're going to take 3 more breaths wherever you're at. Keep extending your arms long out in front, lifting your tailbone up towards the ceiling. One more in, one more out. Inhale, come forward, letting your belly button come down towards the mat. Bringing yourself onto your belly. Go ahead and stretch your arms out in either direction, like a T. Bring your right cheek to the mat. We're going to open up our right chest. Left hand comes underneath your left shoulder. Right arm is reaching long out to the side. As you exhale, roll over your right side body, pushing your left arm straighter and straighter. You can keep your legs stacked one on top of the other, or you can let your foot come right behind your knee and bring your knee to point up towards the ceiling, giving you more ability to open into a deeper posture here. Rolling your left hip back. Find your belly breath, inhale and exhale. Feel your chest open and expand on your inhale as you fill all the way up with your air. As you exhale, maybe you open your hip up, roll onto your right shoulder a little bit more. Go very, very slow, be gentle. Two more breaths in and out. On your inhale, bring your legs both straight down the mat, rolling back onto your belly, both arms coming out to the side, letting your opposite cheek come to the mat. Taking a few breaths just to see how one side feels compared to the other right now. On your inhale, right arm comes underneath your shoulder. Exhale, roll open, allowing your left side body to come open. You can keep your legs stacked one on top of the other, or you can bring your
right heel behind your left knee, allowing you to go a bit deeper into your posture here. On your inhale, send your air to the chest. Exhale, open a little bit more where you can. As you create space, remember we're creating space to surrender into our pose. Find your muscles clenching or gripping. See where you can soften. Inhale, breathe into your belly. Fill all the way up into your chest. Exhale, HA. 3 more. One more in, one more out. Letting both legs come long down the mat, letting your belly button roll back onto the mat. Opposite cheek can come. Let yourself be still. Taking a few breaths to see how you feel even on both sides. Maybe one side was more challenging than the other, maybe not. Just notice what you notice in your body. From here, go ahead and bring your chin to the mat, bringing your gaze out in front of you. Bring your hands right behind your tailbone, clasping them together. Inhale, reach your hands down past your tailbone and let your chest rise up off the floor. Find your belly breathing here. With each inhale, let your chest rise. And with exhale, reach your hands down towards your heels. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reach your hands down. One more in, one more out. On your exhale, allow your chin to come back down to the mat. Release your hands down towards your sides. This time, reach your arms up overhead. Forehead coming down towards the mat. On your inhale, right heel and left hand rise off of the mat. Exhale, back down to the floor. Inhale, right arm, left heel rises. Exhale, down to the mat. Inhale, left hand, right heel. Exhale, down to the floor. Inhale, right hand, left heel. Exhale, down. One more on each side. Inhale, rise. Exhale, floor. Inhale, rise, opposite side. Exhale, floor. Inhale, both arms, both feet. Exhale, down. Inhale, everything up. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. One more up. Exhale down. Go ahead and push yourself back into a child's pose, taking a little mini break right here. Letting your arms fall heavy on the mat, stretch your fingertips out. Let your tailbone sink a little closer to your heels. Find your belly breath and connect back to your intention. On your next inhale, interlace your fingers out in front of you. If you'd like, you can bring your pointer fingers to touch. On your inhale, you're going to draw your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Forearms coming back towards your ears. And reaching your fingers down towards your spine. Seeing where your range of motion is. Maybe moving your hand up and down. Allowing a little bit of a stretch in your mid and upper back. One more breath in, one more breath out. Releasing the hands back down. Drawing your hands down towards your heels. Interlace your fingertips one more time. On your inhale, hands rise up towards the ceiling, flipping the stretch over into your shoulders. Let your hands reach wherever they do. Trying to keep your hands to touch. Inhale and exhale. If you'd like, you can lift your hips up towards the ceiling just to give your arms a little bit more gravity towards the floor. Just be mindful of your neck. One more inhale, one more exhale. If your hips are rising up, go ahead and sit back down. Let your hands fall down your side, palms facing up, reaching out past your toes and your heels. Let your shoulders come heavy towards the mat and just sink in here in a nice little ball. Taking one more breath in and one more breath out. Hands come back underneath your shoulders, pushing yourself up and allowing your seat to come to the floor, swinging your legs out in front. You can either have your knees bent here or you can straighten your legs out long on the mat, whichever you'd like. Hands are going to come behind your back, fingertips pointing towards the back edge of the mat. And then you're going to walk your hands away from your body until it just feels like you should hang out right where you are. So we're allowing our chest and our shoulders to open here. You're going to feel this in your arms. So find a spot that feels uncomfortably comfortable. And work on bringing your pinkies to touch. So we can definitely get further and further if we walk our hands out and out and out. So try to bring your pinkies closer together and then see where you can walk backwards. So if you bring your knees up, you'll be able to like balance a little differently, taking some of the strain or the pressure off of the arms. If they're all the way out, you might notice a little bit more pressure. Everybody's a little different. On your inhale, belly rises. If you've lost your belly breath, return to it. Two more inhales, two more exhales. On your inhale, walk your hands back up towards your seat. Go ahead and wrap your hands around your knees, giving yourself a hug. We'll go in the opposite direction here. Holding on to your knees, let yourself balance on your sits bones. Maybe you lift one toe, maybe both toes and balance. And if you'd like to give your back a little bit of a massage, go ahead and do a rock and roll a couple times. See how that feels. And on your next rock, go ahead and let your legs come long down the mat. Both arms coming out to your sides in a T. Inhale, right knee into your chest. Exhale, let your right knee come over your left side body. And we'll just do a little bit of a spine twist here. We'll give just a little bit of love tonight. If you'd like, you can take your gaze out over your right hand, deepening the twist. Important to keep both shoulders rooted onto the mat. So if one shoulder is coming up, go ahead and take yourself out of your twist a little bit. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Inhale, right knee back into your chest, coming onto your spine. Give yourself a little squeeze, wrap your hands around your shin, pulling your knee to your chest. Maybe doing an ankle circle here. Take it in the opposite direction. Make sure you go both ways. And on your next exhale, right heel sends long down the mat. Let your leg be heavy. Feeling a little bit longer on your right side. Let's go ahead and even the left side out. On your inhale, left knee comes to your chest. Arms are reaching out to the sides in a T. Exhale, left knee comes over the right side body. coming into your twist. Keeping both shoulders on the ground. Otherwise, remember you're coming out of your twist just a little ways. If you want to take your twist a little deeper, your gaze can come out over your left hand. Inhale, breathe it into your belly. Exhale, surrender. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, draw your left knee in towards your chest. Wrapping both hands around your knee, give yourself a squeeze. Knee comes towards your chest. On your next exhale, you can send your left heel long down the mat, letting both legs be heavy. Maybe shake it out a little bit, rocking side to side. Setting up for our final pose here. Let yourself get really nice and heavy on the mat. Toes falling out towards the corners of the mat. Hips heavy. Arms down your sides, palms facing up. Shoulders relaxed, down and away from your ears. Inhaling and exhaling, find your belly breath. Allow your eyes to come to a close. Tuning back into the sounds, the feelings, the sensations, what you're hearing around you, inside and out. Staying with your breath, connect to your intention. With every exhale, allow yourself to be a little bit heavier on the mat, surrendering deeper and deeper. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Lips gently parting as you breathe. Relax your eyebrows and your forehead. Let your cheekbones melt and your jaw muscles relax. Slowing down your breath as you sink more and more into your restful space. If there's any muscles that are still holding on in your body, let them go. And over the next few minutes, we'll keep sinking deeper and deeper into our Shavasana, our surrendered rest. Let all of your thoughts pause for the next few minutes, knowing that they'll be there when we get done. And the sound of my voice will bring you out of Shavasana, and we can close out our practice together. Letting your belly rise and fall, keep sinking into your Shavasana.
Begin to deepen your breath back into your belly, and letting it rise and fall. Bringing gentle movements into your fingertips and your toes, slowly waking your body back up into the space. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, taking a full body stretch. And as you exhale, draw your knees up towards your chest, rolling to one side or the other, allowing your head to rest on your arm like a pillow. Pausing to let your practice integrate into your body, reflecting on what you learned about yourself tonight in your practice, through your mind, your body, and your spirit. And when you're ready, you can push yourself back up to seated. Eyes can stay closed if that feels good for you. Continue to relax and restore as you go into your evening, taking care of yourself in this restful space into the weekend. Take time to honor your body and give yourself some gratitude for your practice this evening, where you were able to explore and expand, create something new, and let something go. The love and the light in me honors my friends. Thank you for sharing your practice. Namaste. All right. Take your time coming off of your mat, especially if you're in a really blissy space. If you'd like, you can go ahead and pop over into the comments and let me know what your intention was, how you're feeling, if anything came up for you, or anything else you would like to share. If you do have to go, I'm really glad that you were able to make it. You can also invite your friends to come to yoga practice. Our next class is going to be on Saturday at 8 a.m. We're going to be doing some chair yoga. Liking chair yoga on Saturdays right now, just for a different flavor of something to do, as a lot of us are at home right now. It's just another way to practice. And it also, if you are anyone who sits, gives you some different ideas on how you can still be stretching and doing yoga at your job, at your workplace, or in your home as you're working from home right now. So please do join in if you've never checked out chair yoga. Let somebody new know that they can come and hang out for free and move their body and breathe a little bit more. And with that, I'm glad you were able to make it. Thank you for being here, Jody. And with that, I will let you guys get back to the rest of your evening. Thank you so much, and namaste. I'll see you soon.